The world needs nurses because we link science with humanity. We are the profession that sees you, hears you, sits with you.
My mother was an Army nurse, so she always took care of everyone in the neighborhood. If someone had something, and she gave shots, she gave advice, and so I just was always into that. And so when I was in high school, I loved science, I loved biology, all those classes. Then I thought, I want to be a nurse. And I was talking to a physician that I just knew, and he knew I wanted to be a nurse. And he said, WT is starting a bachelor's degree, and you need to be that. You need to go. And so I enrolled as the first group to go through the whole program. Really, we learned how to be change agents. That was the focus of the school. In a university setting, you learn more than just the vocation. And so having that setting and having such wonderful faculty members, I was exposed to a broader way of thinking.
And it's rare that you can say this about people in your lives that really impact you. But Sally, Dr. Carmen, was one of the first people who influenced me in such a positive way to think about nursing as a career. And I might add, she was the person that led me to believe that WT was the place to come for that education. She had a peace and grace about her that she was never come undone by the kinds of emergencies and other things that might happen in a unit. And frankly, I wanted to be just like her.
So after I graduated from WT, I first went to work at St. Anthony's Hospital in critical care. And at the time, there was no pediatric intensive care in the whole city. And I found myself always wanting to take care of the sick children. And so I started thinking, I really like pediatrics. And so soon after that, I moved over to Northwest Texas Hospital and became manager of the pediatric intensive care there. When I was manager, we started the first pediatric intensive care unit in Amarillo. So I'm so motivated by children. They're so resilient. You know, I always have a harder time separating my career work with my passion, which is the same.
She's so soft-spoken, and you know, it's deceiving because she's very soft in her appearance, in her voice, and then you find out all of this brilliance that comes out once you get to know her. Someone once described Sally as a person who really flies a kite for us. And that's what it is. That's what she does, is she takes an idea and she zooms it up. And you know, she's the visionary, and she can tell you where and how it's connected and where you want to go.
I got real involved when I was at Texas Tech in research with the physicians and medical students. And I was able to help write a grant that we got from the federal government that researched children in developmental disabilities if they'd been in an intensive care unit. And I learned how to write grants.
One of the things that Sally was so known for was her grant writing expertise. She could compile an incredible amount of statistical data, as well as couple that with real life stories of children and their families who are struggling with the needs of chronically ill children.
And she has a gift for grantsmanship. She has a gift of persuasion for good ideas. And she has a gift of developing teams who make things happen. And when those things occur, they're long lasting.
She walks into a room and there's chaos, and you know, we're all struggling trying to figure out how to put a document together or how are we going to do this. And she just says, it's okay. And she, you know, she gestures her hand, we'll get this done, and she gets it done.
I think she's a real hero for healthcare, certainly in our region, and has made an impact in the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well.
I think WT prepared me better than any other university could have ever prepared me. I was part of the Frontier BSN from WT, and what's hard to explain, which I've tried to, is what it taught me was far beyond my nursing career. I learned how to lead. I learned how to dialogue with professionals. I learned how to make change.
Her impact in nursing is huge, but for our area it's particularly large. She took early leadership roles in our nursing organizations and made a profound impact as a teacher, as a practicing nurse, as a leader in nursing.
All of us were so blessed to get a chance to work with Sally. Her visionary leadership and all of that, we knew we were working for the best of the best. And so we're just so proud that Sally is a product of WT.
I'm glad to know, I know her, and she always will be doing something for the nursing profession and advancing it. And she builds things. She builds castles in the air, but she helps you bring it down and brings the castles down and makes it a reality.
For me, Dr. Carmen represents a distinguished alumnus because of the incredible, lasting work that she has done, where her vision has been translated into action that is long-standing action.
When I received word that I'd received the honor, it's the pinnacle, because it is what made me who I am, WT, as a career nurse. And to be recognized for that by the institution that has always held my heart is what better can it be? You know, it can't get any better than that.